inside joke. I think that's part of the appeal that you have as an actor. I think that's why you've done as well as you have, because there's the Peter Fondas, the Jack Lemmons, the Tom Hanks, the Michael Keatons. They're all like normal. They could be the guy next door, just a normal guy, an everyday guy. And I think we all feel like we have a personal inside joke with you because, because of A Few Good Men, because of Casino and of course
Willow.
Usual Suspects, Willow, yeah, and of course Morton and Hayes. But so I think that's part of the appeal. I mean, there's some iconic movies in your resume.
I'm an approachable schlub. Is that what you're saying?
You said it, not me.
Your word, sir.
First time I've come up with that moniker, and you know what? God damn it, I'm sticking with it. Approachable schlub.
I like it.
Be your next album.
Yeah, right. The next special. Yeah.
Well, before you came on, we were just talking about how, like, any movie that you're in, even if it's not like the greatest of movies, you've made it. Like, what's the Freddie Prinze Jr. one we were just talking about?
She's all that.
You made that movie. You know what I mean? Like, you have that ability of just, it's comforting when you're there, if that makes any sense.
Poole. Yeah. No, listen, that movie made Freddie Prinze Jr. a matinee idol.
Yeah.
He's writing for the WWE now.
Terms. And to a generation, a specific generation, that movie is beloved.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, true.
They're remaking and reimagining it as a TV series right now.
Oh, really?
Actually, which I have nothing to do with. But
but they appreciate the free plug.
So moving on.
That's how charming and wonderful I was in the movie. They said, let's do a TV show, but let's make damn sure Kevin Pollak's not a part. Yeah. But I know what you're saying, and I sort of I lucked into because I didn't study acting. I had just done stand-up already for 15 or so years by the time I started auditioning, so that I had faced my 10,000 hours of I should go fuck myself from the audience. And by the time I got into an auditioning room, no one could hurt me. That's the struggle, I think, for a lot of people auditioning is getting around.
That's really insightful.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it took a while to understand that. But yeah, you need to go in with zero reeking of desperation. And it's the hardest thing because you do need that job.
Sure.
And that's technically why you're there.
Yeah.
You just can't let them know it. And because I had figured out how to stand on a stage and make total strangers laugh on unison, I wasn't as concerned or nervous or, oh my God, what if this doesn't work out? And then, to be honest, I kind of had been studying acting without even realizing it by learning an impersonation, like you had mentioned. Once somebody opened it, that certainly helped my ear. But in order for me to do Christopher Walken, it starts at the shoes and goes all the way to the top of my head. And it is the way an actor prepares a role.
You're right.
And I was doing it involuntarily. I wasn't setting out, okay, now I've got to figure out how he walks. It was just in me to be possessed head to toe by whoever I'm impersonating. And I'm sure when you mentioned William Shatner, you can also visualize the body and gestures and jutting of the arms and hands when freezing as William Shatner.
But then you end up in something probably one of the probably top 10 best movies ever made, Usual Suspects. I mean, so that's.
So I thought you were going to say Joanna Man. Sorry.
Well, that's in there.
Well, that's
too.
also in the top.
I mean, that's so that something like that was probably never even a thought in your head, then, huh?
Nope. Not only not a thought, but not even on the list of. I wonder if someday someone will cast me as a sociable, or rather, a lovable sociopath.
Right.
Oh man.
Incredible movie.
Somebody was
God
just
almighty.
the director of the movie was a fan from seeing me in Avalon and A Few Good Men.
Oh, another great movie, Avalon, which you don't hear enough about. Great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, you'll hear mostly from the Hebrews. I think it was part of the teachings in the Torah for your bar mitzvah. You have to watch Avalon. Although I will say I'm channeling, and when I do my character in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, plug number 2, I 20 Emmys in 3 seasons. It's not a competition.
Yeah, you're
damn it.
fantastic in it.
Jesus
I love that
Christ.
these stats are just on deck.
Yep. But I'm channeling Lou Jacoby from his performance in the movie Avalon. He's the one that yells, "You cut the turkey without me, we leave." Yeah. Yeah, that's the most unnerving thing in the world, by the way. You mentioned my work in Usual Suspects or A Few Good Men. I sort of prided myself on my whole career of underplaying. Less is more. For the sole reason that I never wanted to get caught acting.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting.
I would just do my best to be present and to not ever act. And I even, on a set of A Few Good Men, I confessed to J.T. Walsh, the actor who played Markinson, the character in the film who, spoiler alert, kills himself with his revolver.
Too soon.
He works for the colonel.
Yeah.
But he was a great Chicago actor, a lot of Mammoth stuff, and great theater guy. And I was in his trailer one day when we were working on A Few Good Men, and I confessed to him I did not have any acting training. This is the film I'm found out on. Everybody is great in this film.
Yeah.
And this is it. I'm done. And he said, "Well, I've been watching you, and you're already doing a technique, whether you studied it or not, that actors train their whole careers to perfect, which is less is more. But I will tell you, there's another side of that you can learn. It's less is more, nothing is best. If you can do nothing in a scene
Negative
and
space.
steal focus, you win." So if next time you watch the film, or if you remember this scene, look for that moment when I'm sitting across from Tom Cruise and I'm saying, "I'd pick you over your father any day of the week and twice on Sunday."
Yeah.
Watch specifically the utter lack of physical movement from my hands, my head. I don't move. I'm a painting in that scene. I'm like barely speaking. I'm so fucking still. But so that is the first time after speaking to JT that I keyed into less is more, nothing is best.
It's funny because I see that in Better Things, you play the brother, and it's so raw because your character just gets beat around like a piñata from like the mother and
they're not
Pamela
fun,
Adlin's role, and it's like you're so raw in it that it's good. Yeah, it's really
Thank
good.
you.